Hi Sunshine Families, it's Miss Emily from the Firefly Room, and I'm here with a couple of my assistants to go over some scissor skills. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Jonathan, I'm 10 years old.
Hi, I'm Benjamin, and I'm 5 years old.
Hi, I'm Isabella, and I'm 8 years old.
All right, the first skill that we're gonna work on is ripping. So what you're gonna need to do, children, is take a strip of paper in your hands and you're going to practice ripping it into smaller pieces. Hands together to rip. And do that until it feels good, until it's kind of comfortable. So I'm gonna give each of you a strip and go ahead and practice ripping. Ben, I notice how you're using both hands and you're going in opposite directions. Nice work. Ooh, Jonathan, those are tiny squares. Our next skill that we're gonna work on is snipping. And snipping is when you're holding the scissors and you use them to make one cut. So when you're holding the scissors, your thumb is in the top hole and it's always on top and your fingers are in the other loop below. And what you're doing is you're gonna hold your paper with your thumb on the dot and then you're gonna do one snip. And then you're gonna move the paper, one snip, and then you're gonna move the paper, and one snip. So now I'm going to pass out the scissors to the kids, and they're gonna do some snipping on their own. And there's your lid. And using the school scissors or even the preschool safety scissors, those will only cut paper. And sometimes it's hard to cut paper if they're not holding them correctly. But Izzy seems to be doing well. The paper's straight in there, her thumb's on the upside.
This side.
Oh, I like how you caught yourself in.
May I give a tip?
Sure.
Do not use scissors like these.
Yeah. Scissors like those are for big kids, but you're doing a great job. You're making it
Do
work.
not let your children use those scissors.
Maybe not. And kids should always be supervised when they're using scissors, especially any students at Sunshine Preschool. Now that we've done all of that ripping and snipping, we might have a big pile of squares of paper in small pieces. These are good to save for a sensory bin. You could throw your magnetic letters in there and go on a letter hunt, or your magnetic numbers, or put them with blocks. Anything fun to do with the extra scrap paper. Our next skill that we're going to work on is fringing. And our paper looks kind of similar, except you can see the lines that I've drawn only go up one snip. So you're going to hold on to the paper and you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna do one snip and move over to the next line. One snip and move over to the next line. And one snip until you get over to the last one.
I gotta move it closer.
Sure, if you need to move it closer, you can do that. Ooh, Ben, very careful with those snips. And you're really working on that
Pick up
coordination.
it. Take your friends with it.
You can make your cut paper crown. I'm the king.
Now this, yes. And now before we move on to the last skill of our lesson, I want to take this opportunity to say that this is a lot for preschool kids to be doing in one sitting. Don't expect your 2- and 3-year-olds to sit down with scissors and move through these steps in 5 to 10 minutes. feel free to take a day or 2 days or however long on ripping, and then work on snipping and then fringing and move on as they kind of get it together, because building the strength and coordination to do this is not something that happens in 5 to 10 minutes. And it's very different for 5-year-olds and 10-year-olds to be doing this than it is for a 2 or a 4-year-old to be doing it. Okay, so our last skill that we're going to cover is actual line cutting. So a paper that looks like this and thumb guides, and they'll use their scissors and just cut all the way up the line. All the way up the line. Jonathan, then try and hold it with your thumb on the dot. And it'll give you a little bit more control.
I put my thumb 2 dots.
Sure, if you need a little bit more space, certainly.
Can I just put on my
Sure. The closer you hold your thumb, Vinny, the more control you have of the paper.
You know.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this cutting lesson, and I hope it makes teaching your preschooler to cut a little bit more manageable. And who knows, maybe I'll make another video with some more advanced scissor skills. See you soon.